What's up, my fellow gamers? How's it going? Today, I want to talk about a another business term called the hot hand fallacy. Now, I already talked about the sunk cost fallacy in the last one. Now, I'm going to apply this to gaming, but I'm going to also compare the gaming industry, with the banking industry based on the movie The Big Short. Some of you may have seen it, but sorry, I'm just a Mitcher. Um, it basically talks about the housing crisis of 2008 and how that was a tremendous failure back then and why it happened. So I want to take some parallels from that and some stuff from it because I just came into thought. So first of all, I want to say that I'm like Michael Berry in that movie. The actor is why am I blanking on his name? He's the guy who plays in the Office, Michael Scott. My gosh, I'll think of it later. But yeah, he's in that movie and Big Short. He's always pessimistic about the banking industry. He doesn't like it. He doesn't trust anyone. That's me with the gaming industry right now. Right now, I hate it. It's just I don't trust it. It's not what it used to be, and he's had some trouble like me, and I feel like we have a lot of similarities. But there's a theory in the movie where it showed that the sunk cost fallacy is where it's kind of like in basketball. It works where a person makes a bunch of shots, 3-pointers, keeps making it, right? And people think that it's just going to keep on coming. But eventually, his luck has to run out. And going to The Big Short, talking about the housing crisis, people are buying loans to make money to get houses and stuff like that. And they were making these fake loans, and it was crazy. It was unmoral, I guess you would say. And I would say this is what the gaming industry is doing. And it just thought to me, and I need to make a video right now thinking about it, is that all these companies, ever since No Man's Sky, well, no, Star Wars Battlefront 2, I would say, is that they're creating the game, they're hyping up so much for a new game, but they have to hype the people up. But people think, and this is kind of about hype, but this is mostly about reputation. People think that since a company has made good games in the past, they'll continue to make good games. And you have to understand this theory, gamers, is that this isn't necessarily true. Is that even though a company has great games in the past, doesn't mean they're going to continue making it. This is 2019. This is where the gaming economy is starting to fail. And gamers have to realize this right now, because I'm tired of it, is that companies don't have enough money. The economy is not what it was 10 years ago. There's never going to be a finished product nowadays for a game. It's impossible. And like I said, the hot hand fallacy is we keep on expecting something over and over again, but eventually that luck has to run out. And it kind of saddens me because there's nothing I can do. And I need people to wake up and realize that this is going to happen one way or another. Is that their luck is going to run out. There is, and this is what the parallel is between this movie and the gaming industry is that in that movie the banking industry was failing. It was corrupt. It was dead. It wasn't what it used to be back in the 80s. The banking industry, the whole housing industry is different, and that's what caused the 2008 housing crisis. And people need to wake up, because just like the housing crisis in 2008, the huge crash, it's going to happen to the gaming industry soon. People are expecting all these good games, going to keep on buying it, but you have to realize that eventually they're going to stop making good games, and people are going to stop buying these games over time. And it's not going to be like it was. Sorry, I'm looking this up. But it's interesting because like I need people to understand that companies are not going to make the games they used to be. Fallout 76, Anthem, Borderlands 3. Right now, it's crazy and failing. I made another video on that. You should figure that out or look at that. It's just people need to understand this fallacy, understand the sunk cost fallacy. These are what companies are doing to imitate or to trick people. Now, I'm not really good at explaining this as I should be. So let me get a definition. This is what I was looking up on my phone. Sunk cost fallacy. I know it's a little mixed up. But it says the hot hand fallacy is the irrational belief that if you win or lose several chance games in a row, you're either hot or cold respectively, meaning that the streak is likely to continue and has to do with something other than pure probability. Because we are generally stupid when it comes to realizing this, and pig-headed when it comes to accepting this fact, many like in this one it says casinos around the world make a lot of money, and it's similar to the gambler's theory. But that's the thing. It's like we're so manipulated where if we win, there's a thing in our brains called dopamine. You've heard of it. Many people have heard of it, and it's interesting because it's not what you want. Sorry, I need to think. Yeah, dopamine activates. We expect to win, and then we expect to be happy because that's what humans want, right? The thing is, we need to be smart. We need to think about what's going to happen in the future because our luck can't be just all wins in life. It can't happen that way. Never, ever, ever again. That's why in the gaming industry, the hot hand fallacy exists for a reason. People think since they made good games in the past means it's going to happen into the future. That's not ever going to happen. Developers and companies are running out of money. Gamers, I need you to understand this. Companies will never make a good game when they used to. And I know, I'm looking for a perfect game, and I'm still looking for a perfect game. And it's rare. It's like 1 in a 60 chance or something like that. It's very rare that I find this. That's why I mostly buy PlayStation and Sony games. PlayStation and Nintendo games, because they make quality stuff. They have good studios that I can rely on. It's not as strict as EA. But people have to wake up and realize that these companies are going to be bad, so therefore they need to save the money in order to do so. And I feel like in some rare cases this can be good, but the thing is, it's not going to. People need to expect their luck to run out eventually, and sadly, this is truth when they waste their money on the game and then realize it's a bad game. But they've already given the money to the company. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing anyone can do. And so I just need gamers to understand this fallacy because it's very important. I know I'm a business major. I realize this, and I'm into business terms and stuff like this because it teaches me like what's important in the world and how companies manipulate. Therefore, I can think smarter about what I need to do in the future. But other people don't have this mentality I do, and I need people to understand this. I need people to understand that companies are tricking you and to buying their product thinking that it's going to be like it was in the last game. That's never going to happen, ever. And it's never going to be like the game it was. It's going to be exactly what you think opposite of. Everyone thought of Anthem as okay. Let's talk about Anthem. It was made by BioWare. BioWare made the great games of Mass Effect and Star Wars: Old Republic. But when were those games created? That's right, early 2000s to 2012, 2013, right? Yeah, they were awesome games. But the thing is, studios and companies and developers have been hiding their profits slowly and have not been telling the public what's truly going on. They do not have enough of the budget. And that is why I love the studio Santa Monica. They were truthful about everything they did. The director, Barry Korlog, went on camera when someone was doing a playthrough, and he literally said, yeah, this is a beautiful scene, but we had to constrain a lot of things you see right here based on time and money, and I hopefully understand. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. I want companies to be honest and straightforward with what they are doing. I don't want them to hide and tell them they're not making a profit. I know companies don't want to say that, but that's what they need to say. People need to wake up. Companies do not have the money what they used to have. It's not what it was. So, cutting games are just going to be bad from now on because companies are not making the money they used to, not making the budget, and that's fine. I think there's many options what they can do. They can go into an indie studio. They can change direction into a different genre. There's many different steps they could do to make a turnaround. But the thing is, they can't see clearly about this. These are CEOs that only care about money, and they don't care about. Especially these people are like 50 years old or higher. We need young people to understand what it is that makes a great video game. In EA's eyes, specifically, they only see it as a product. They don't even see it as a video game. They see it as a straight-up product. And they're selling it to customers thinking what they want, but no, it's not. And they don't even listen to it because once they send out the product, that's it. They don't really care. They don't want to change it. They don't want to do anything about it, and that's the sad truth. Now, other companies are not like that. Borderlands is an unfinished game. It's crappy. It's glitchy. It's FPS drops. It's a bad game, and they will probably fix it later on, but it's too late. They already screwed up, and people expected it to be like Borderlands 3, a new and improved game, but no, it was exactly what they had, because they didn't have the proper money to build a new engine or a new game. It's basically a Borderlands 2 DLC right there. That's why I need people to wake up and understand this theory. It's called the Hand Fallacy for a reason. It's like in poker or any casino game or gambling, whatever. You can win 5 hands in a row. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Dopamine's activating. You're having a fun, happy time. But bam. And right there, you lose money. You start losing money. You think you're going to win the next hand. It's not going to happen. The thing is, this is why I'm good at gambling. Once I lose, like, I have to be smart. And you have to not blow your money all at once. You're there to have fun, maybe waste a little money, but you have to realize the house always wins. You're never going to win. Everyone's betting against you in life. And so that's why companies have been tricking you to think it's overhyping the game. Now, going back to The Big Short, this happened in a time where everyone thought they can get a house, have a happy time, be free, and dopamine was going off. Everyone was so happy, making money, and this was going on for years. So everyone thought it would go up and up and up, and people thought they would make money, but no. Eventually, just like developers and studios of games, banking companies and stuff like that, loans and stuff are giving out for free. Lies. All lies. Eventually, boom, it's going to crash. And there's really nothing I can do. Nothing anyone can do. But I'm smart. I'm just like Barry in the show The Big Short. I know. I'm very pessimistic. And once I know the truth, I can see what's going to happen in the future. This is why I am predicting the market video game crash. Because companies are lying and they're feeding the customers BS. Because it's nothing. There's nothing there for them. There's barely anything. And everyone hated Anthem. There's nothing new. It's the same repetitive fetch quest the whole time. There's nothing. And that was probably at most a $10 video game that should have given out for free, maybe. But people expected a bunch of these companies to make great games. People, wake up. They're never going to make a great game. Ever. Call of Duty has literally been copying and pasting code, changing a few elements, and that's it. That's why I haven't bought a freaking Call of Duty since Black Ops 3 on the PS4. PS3, sorry. It's not what it was, and people need to wake up. And so this is why it's an important business term, because I need to discuss this. This is very important for people to realize. Also, the sunk cost fallacy, because this is another manipulative strategy for companies. And I need gamers to realize that it's never going to be the same game of what you used to be. You had a good time back then. Sure, they might remaster it, make it a bit even better, but it's still going to be the same game. There's never going to be any more improvements. There's never going to be any good games out there that are going to be good. Now, disclaimer that there are a few video games that are full and complete and are really good. Like I said in many of my videos, it's not my style. So this is the hand fallacy, and they explained it well in The Big Short, and I'm trying to explain it well right now. Is that you're on a good streak, you're winning, but you're expecting to do it in the next game. It's not going to work out. These games are going to fail. These companies are going to fail. You start right now. It's 2K games. They're on the line right here, right next to Bethesda, EA, Activision, all these Rockstar, all these companies are all about greed now. They do not care about the game. Yeah, they may fix it for the players, but they're doing it for money. There's really nothing. There's no other reason. That's why it's called the hot hand fallacy for a reason. You're getting the hot hand. Eventually, it's going to burn out. So, those are my thoughts, and I said this like 7 times already throughout the video. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying, then I'm getting mad, because I need people to understand that people need to understand that they're never going to create another good game. They're creating too much hype. You guys are too excited. Now, for me, if they made I'm trying to think of a really good game I really love that I play a lot. Minecraft, I would say I play that a lot. And if they introduced a new form of Minecraft that's going to be much better, the thing is, in my mind, I'm excited for that. I love that. Just like Borderlands fans love the Borderlands 3. But people have to wake up. You need to understand that. You need to wait for this product to release. See how good it is, and see if it's even worth your money and time to buy this. Because I know I'm expecting something like Minecraft before, but the thing is, nothing can beat the game like before. They do not have the money, they do not have the resources to build a better Minecraft. This is Microsoft are talking about. Bought it from Mojang. And maybe some members of Mojang working there, but it's all Microsoft. Microsoft's manipulative. They're all about money. And this is the thing I'm realizing about many companies, especially Minecraft, is that even though I'm excited for the next game, I do not trust it. I'm very pessimistic because of what I've seen. And many gamers will disagree, but it's my opinion, and it saved me a lot of time and money, because I realized these games are not what they used to be. And of course, I played a lot of the games back in 2008, 2010. The height of the game, everyone loved it. I think that was like the PS3 era, I believe. I didn't have a PS3 at the time, but I had a PSP portable. And SOCOM Fireteam Bravo 3 was the best game on there. It was great multiplayer. It was an amazing game. Until the server shut down, probably because of money. Either way, that was the height of gaming. Thing is, I'm not expecting it to be like it was 10 years ago. Now, if it does, and there is a game that just like 2008, they created a full video game, it will blow me out of my mind. It's amazing. It's better to be pessimistic and less hopeful and be surprised than to be very hopeful and then very disappointed. So that's my philosophy, but people have to understand this hot hand fallacy is that you're going to expect a lot of wins. Eventually, don't expect them all. Eventually, your luck has to run out, if you have to call it luck. So, anyways, gamers, please understand this theory, because I need people to understand this in future games. Cyberpunk 2077, if you guys are expecting to buy that game and love it, don't be, because they're probably going to lie, and I'm very pessimistic, and you should be doubtful. That's what I should say. Be doubtful. And wait. Please wait. Don't pre-order. You might get a few extra items, but who cares? They're cosmetic. They're in the game, and you're probably going to play that game for maybe 10 hours and give up. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying just be careful, okay? Hot hand fallacy is a tactic by many developers to trick many gamers, and I've woken up and seen this truth, and people need to do the same thing. So, anyways, I hope you have a great night and rest weekend and week or whatever you're doing. Either way, have a great night, guys. Bye.